So today, guys, I've got to do a real simple repair on this THERMOS brand cup here, mug, and I got it off Amazon, and I actually have a couple of these in the painted surfaces, like a tan and then like a brownish color, what are nice, and I wanted something to take to work for coffee, and I didn't want to scratch up the paint, so I thought, well, I'll just get the one in silver, and if it gets scratched, it's no big deal. Won't look that bad versus if paint was chipping. So the other day, it started getting loose. Well, I knew that on the inside there's no anchoring, no bolts, no way to hold it. So when the handle got loose, I knew that there had to be a way to get into it from this way. So I'll just show you guys what I'm going to do to hopefully not have that issue again. So what you've got is this piece, which is tapped in the center and welded on. You've got this scutcheon piece that goes on like that. Then the handle will go on like that. So the question became, well, how do I get to that bolt, which is inside this handle? And that was a very simple solution. When you looked at the handle, you could see the parting lines across there, so I knew that if I just took and got up underneath the bottom and just pried it up gently, that the cover, which is hiding the inside where the screw is, that's what you needed to do. And again, just pry on it gently. In fact, what I use on my keychain, because I was at work at the time, I noticed it was getting just a hair loose, then it got worse at work. I use this tip of this little thing that I keep on my keys, and like I said, you just get up underneath here at the bottom and just kind of get in there and just lift up, and it didn't cause any damage at all. Now inside that handle you have this piece, the bolt, stainless steel, and then this plastic piece, and you can see where the hook on here, get that to focus, where the hook on there would hook onto, let me get the right part, would hook onto the cover piece, just like that. Now, in case you're wondering, that is an M4 by 0.7 pitch bolt, and it is 25 millimeters long. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to try some Loctite on the bolt. I'm not going to epoxy it. I'm just going to use a little bit of Loctite. Now what you want to use is the blue number 242 thread locker by Loctite. You do not want to use the red number 271. That's permanent. If I have an issue again, I will use the red, but this should suffice by putting this on the threads. So I just thought I'd show this while we're at it. The red 271, I've used that for things that I want permanent, and you don't want to pull that back out. I use this. It's an excellent product. That's why I'm showing this, in case you guys want to do something like that down the road. And then you see the blue on the right. And another thing I found is if I lay these in my toolbox like this, sometimes they tend to leak. So what I do is I just get a simple measuring thing. They're what, a couple dollars a piece. Glass ones are excellent. Then I just put them in here, and now they don't leak. Now I neglected to say that the other two that I have not had this issue. Nothing major, but like I said, I'm just doing this in case somebody else has the issue and they're just wondering, well, how do I even get to the screw? You know, there's some people that just may not know how to do that. It's very simple. You can do it yourself. And even if you didn't want to put Loctite on it, you could access the bolt, tighten it up, and have it repaired, fixed. But on seeing that it did this, I'm going to put the Loctite on. And this is removable. So the blue Loctite is removable. Meaning you can remove the bolt. It's not permanent. So when you get ready to do this, you just want to make sure you get everything ready to go. Again, this goes inside the handle like this. In this configuration, goes straight in there like that. I've got my Phillips screwdriver that fits the head of that very good. You want to make sure anytime you use a Phillips slotted Torx or whatever it is that it fits the head of the screw or bolt that you're using. So let us take, now let's see, you know what I should have done? Let me put that in here first. You can see what that pocket in there is. There we go. Then we'll put some Loctite on it here. A little bit much, but what the hell, that ain't gonna hurt anything. You've got the scutcheon plate on correctly. And then you're gonna put that on like that. And let me make sure. And then seat that all the way. Just like that, nice and snug. Double check it. That's good. Don't want to break anything. And we see that that looks good. Beautiful. It does rotate just a, it does move just a little bit like that, but it's tight. Yeah, I can't get it any tighter. But that's good, yeah. There we go. You have to really force on it. And I've never done that with the other ones, no need to. So there you are. Alright, the next step is putting the plate on and the cover plate. And as you can see, that's what that looks like. So we're going to put that in here. Snap that in. And let's see here. Yeah, let's see. Huh. Yeah, let's get that tool out here. Let me pry that off again. Let me take another look at it. Don't want to force anything, but it should come out. Okay, yeah, it should go in there. I just gotta, you know what I gotta do? I think if I take and put this in there like that, and then pry it back. Wow, that goes in kind of hard. There it is now. Okay, there it is. So what you had to do, because it has clips up here that go in here, and it clips down here, so I had to just take that screwdriver type tip and come in here and come back on it to kind of put an angle, arch this a little bit more, and then drop it down in. And there you have it. Good as new. You know, I will say one thought I had was using a two-part epoxy, but that would be the last result. This should take care of it. Well, I'm at it, and you guys that have this know I love this thing because all you got to do is turn this to the open position, and this comes out, and this allows for, well, that was closed, so the open was over here, and that allows for so easy cleaning. The rubber gasket comes off, so you know, when I get home from work, I just take it apart, rinse it off, wipe it down, and then if I want to do a deep cleaning, I find this holds up pretty good, but if I have to, I can pull that gasket. And then to put it on, you've got the open here. It says closed on this side. Just put it in like that with the arrow to open. Push down. It's on. This is closed. And this thing does not leak. I've tried like hell. It will not leak, which is excellent. So there you go, guys. It's real simple. If I can do it, you can do it.